going on, guys? Right here with the Club Global, teaching men around the world to be men of the world. And today, we're going to talk about stagnation, the ultimate killer of all men. Stagnation is something that plagues a lot of modern men today. Very common. What causes stagnation? There are a few things, but the main thing to remember is that as a man, you have to have a path. You have to have a journey. All right? Men thrive off of purpose. You have to live life deliberately. Without that, you're going to stagnate because you don't have a purpose. I mean, biologically, men's lives are predicated on purpose, right? Protecting those in our tribes and our family, providing for them, reproducing, educating and guiding children, a whole host of things. Very purpose-driven. Without that, you're really just waiting to die. So, obviously, we aren't all cavemen, all right? We're not hunting and gathering, foraging, having to fight off enemy tribes, things like that. But regardless, the need for purpose still remains for a man. So what is a man to do? Well, remember that you have to have goals in life. You have a journey. You have to stay on that journey. All right? Your path in life is long-term goals broken up into short-term goals. And those need to be treated with the utmost importance. A lot of men get lost in that. Some men start off really strong with their goals in their young adulthood, and then they flounder from there. That's the most common. So, what does stagnation look like? Well, it looks like when you spend every single day doing the same thing and not making any progress in life. Going to work your ho-hum job that you're unsatisfied with, making your ho-hum paycheck that you're unsatisfied with, going home and sitting on social media or playing video games or whatever, having a few beers and watching sports with your friends, and then repeating it again next week. Repeat for years until you're ready to die with no money in retirement and hopefully living off of your Social Security that's not going to be there. That's shitty, right? So, how do we get around that? Well, I'll say first and foremost, it's not super easy. Everybody wants a pill, a one quick tip, the easy fix. And living a life of purpose, being deliberate, not always easy. You have to cultivate that willpower yourself. And that's one of those virtues I spoke of before that is hard to teach. But there are some lifestyle decisions and choices you can make that will help to promote the learning of willpower and drive. One easy way, make some drastic changes in your life. I mean, change careers, find a new job, move out of the town you grew up in, hang out with some new friends, all right? The influences around you are going to dictate a lot of the stuff that has to do with stagnation. If you have friends who are stagnating and you hang around those same friends all the time, well, it's a saying, you walk around shit, you're going to step in it, right? So, I'm not even saying that your friends are going to be bad, but even just spending time around different people is going to alter your influences a little bit, alter your perspective a little bit, make you think a little more outside the box. This is why I also mentioned moving to a different city or a different state or even a different country. Drastic change in setting, throwing yourself in the deep end of a pool you've never been in before, It's a great way to force yourself out of stagnation. You will change by necessity. We live in very, very comfortable times. I mean, the most comfortable times in history, really. There's very little that you have to worry about besides paying your bills and keeping yourself mildly entertained. But just paying your bills and keeping yourself mildly entertained is not much of a lifestyle worth living. So it's important to recognize that you have to have this path. This is one of the ultimate silent killers of men, I say. Alright? Your life works just like a muscle. It's going to atrophy if you don't exercise your life, your mind, your stimulation, your influences, your social life, everything. It's important to keep that part of your life sharp. Alright? Cultivate some hobbies and interests that keep you active, keep you thinking, keep you looking for new ideas, hanging out with different people that provide different influence and, make you want to try new and different things. These are very important. But I can't stress enough, one of the easiest cheat ways to break stagnation is to break out of your comfort zone, do something different. This could be picking up jujitsu, or moving into a new apartment, into a new town, making some new friends, trying some new hobbies. These are important. The last thing you want to do as a man is let yourself wallow and slowly fade away and fall through the cracks of life. Because you're going to live probably a long and boring life. And the last half of your life is going to be the most boring and the most painful. Right? Would you rather be on your deathbed wishing that you'd done more, or be on your deathbed knowing that you've lived a great life and you've had wonderful memories and times with those around you, and you've experienced all the best things that you could experience in your time on earth? Because, man, stagnation, I imagine most folks watching this video now are probably living a life of silent desperation, right? Wishing that you were doing more, knowing that there's more out there, but you don't know how to get at it. You don't want that. So, like I said, finding ways to cultivate new habits. Educate yourself. Break out of your comfort zone. I mean, a lot of folks are afraid, right? That's kind of the underlying thing about it. People get comfortable and they get afraid of rocking the boat. They don't want to, shake things up with their job and their income too much because their bills and whatnot depend on that. They don't want to shake things up with where they live, leaving their friends and family and everyone that they know. But I'll tell you what, if you move somewhere else, change jobs, find new friends, you're not going to die. And I will guarantee you will get more benefit out of it than not. There is a whole host of positive influences that come out of simply changing things up in your life. And it's a snowball effect. It'll keep rolling. You make one change, you'll start making other changes. And this will help you evolve as a person. Take on some new interests, learn some new knowledge, have some new experiences, meet some new people who help educate you in other areas of life you didn't know much about. It's important stuff. Alright? So, don't stagnate. Break out of your comfort zone. And get used to breaking out of your comfort zone. Do it often. Don't just do it once every 10 years. Do it all the time. Get in the habit of being excited to try new things and experience new realms in this world. I mean, you're not here for a long time, right? Take on everything you can while you are. And define your path. Find purpose. And stick to it. Having those objectives in your life, sticking to that journey, making short-term goals that lead up to your long-term goals, making those your priority in life, You won't stagnate if you do that. I promise you. And with that, this is Ray signing out.